Hello, hello.
Hello, welcome to the Live with Heidi and Heather show.
I'm Heidi Esther, joy and mindfulness storyteller,
And I'm
and
Heather.
Chris Moose. And Chris
And I'm Heather Cox, happiness expert with a wiggly dog who does not want to be on camera. And we're
we're
here
here to
to pump
pump
you.
you up. Right, Alex?
Right, with true stories, lessons, and tools to get you more joy, happiness, and personal freedom.
Come for the conversation and stay for the ridiculously cute dog cameos.
Woohoo! Say
And
hi, yo, yo.
I'm gonna stop torturing my dog,
Me too.
but I'm gonna show you all. Ugh, her sweater.
It is
This is Olive
adorable.
wearing Olive the androgynous reindeer sweater. She's like, "Get me the Max antler. Get that off of me. I am not a deer, Mom." Ugh. Okay, fine. You are free. You are free.
He kind of is. I'm sorry. Is Olive a girl or a boy? I should know this.
Oh, Olive is a girl.
Okay, so
She's androgynous, so it
yeah,
would be hard to know.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
she looks like the Grinch's dog.
She
So
does look a little bit like, I think it's Max. Oh, do you want
yeah.
to now? Because you have to wear the awful sweater. Okay, great. Okay, so what are we talking about today, Heather?
All right. Today we are talking about how to do the holidays like a boss.
Boop, boop.
That's right.
Obviously,
That's right.
onesie or not, you can boss it
Yes.
up. Yeah.
So we are here for the holidays, and I am going to get rid of my email so it doesn't do that anymore. And first of all, thank you everyone who is here watching. It is
Yay!
so special for you to be here, and we love it. And then for those of you who are catching up with the recording later, we are so glad that you're watching as well. We're excited to share our holiday stories, and we would love for you to share your stories and recipes when we get there
And moments
with
and all
everyone
kinds of
in the
good stuff.
comments. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of my friends, Stephanie's here. I'm gonna
Oh,
put her up there. Hi, Stephanie. I hope
hi,
you're
Stephanie.
well. And we have some crazy wind today, and I hope it's not too windy down in the Caribbean by you.
It was crazy windy
So
here today,
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We couldn't do our inflate. We have a giant inflatable Frosty, and he's on the ground today.
Oh,
No,
no.
no dice. Yeah, maybe tomorrow he'll rise again.
Like a phoenix, kind of a
Like a
snowman
phoenix
phoenix.
from the dead leaves
Yeah.
with a
So,
blow dryer.
Heidi, what are you drinking?
Oh, so I am Bailey's and milk.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is like my only departure from beer wine. I'm normally a beer wine kind of lady, but
Yes.
this is my holiday. That's my holiday special right there. So I do also have water. So keep it hydrated.
That's good. Yeah, keeping hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
My dad said he learned in his college days to have a drink and then have a glass of water, and a drink and a glass of water.
Oh
And
yeah,
that would keep him from having a horrible day the next day.
yeah. It also keeps you from doing anything else other than going to the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I am
win-win.
drinking red wine, my drink of choice. I don't know what kind it is. That's horrible of
Okay.
me. I got this like 4-pack of wine from Costco because my husband got
Oh wow,
a
nice.
beer advent calendar, and I was like, I want a wine advent calendar. They don't exist, at least not around here. But this 4-pack was there, so I was like, I'll open one bottle a week. So cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers to you all for the new year. All right, I'm gonna take this off because it's 65 here today in central Illinois, and so it's a little warm.
It's a little
So
warm.
yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
Stephanie got back to us. It was only rainy a little earlier. Oh, do you hear that?
I do.
Yeah, everyone can hear you playing piano, Jonathan, my teenage son. Would you like to give us all a concert? Okay, no, he's gonna mute his electronic piano. Okay, no concert. But I could have gone widescreen. We could have got him running upstairs in fright.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. So Heather, how are you? And Stephanie and everyone else watching, feel free to answer these questions also. How are you taking care of yourself today?
I went to the dentist for my semi-annual cleaning, and I hate the dentist, but it's done, and we can move on
Yay.
with the world. Yes. So that's how I took care of myself today. Sometimes taking
Yay.
care of self isn't always fun stuff, but once you're done, you feel much better. And I know my teeth are healthy, and that's good.
Yay.
Yeah. What did you do?
Yay. So I've been working through this book. So whenever I read like a new motivational book or some book on a new process, I like try it out as best I can. So I'm reading The Miracle Morning and they have like 7 things. This dude, like 7 things to do in an hour. And I'm like,
Wow.
I already knew because I'm a deliberate person that it was like going to be hard to squeeze all these things in. So I did try like 7-minute workouts and like 5-minute affirmations, a 5-minute meditation. And so I think I figured out what my jam is. And I like a lot of meditation. I like a lot of visualization and I like some time to write and reflect.
Oh,
And so there's other ones that are in there like affirmations and exercise and reading and all of those I'll go in the latter part of my day. Exercise is my bridge from entrepreneur to mom land. And
right.
then I put the reading in the other part of my day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's kind of like I was thinking about it, it's kind of like trying on a new jumpsuit, right? It's like, oh well, maybe the top part fits, but the bottom part is like 8 inches too
Yeah.
long. So I'm just gonna take the top part, like, oh, I don't like the zipper. I wish I had buttons. So just trying to make it work for me and not be like, oh man, I can't handle all these,
Yeah.
6, 7 things to do in 1 hour. So Stephanie, oh yeah, Stephanie does. She takes her about 2 hours to get through all of those things. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big commitment.
It
And
is a big
so
commitment.
I think if I had to do that, I would probably have to get up much earlier than my like 5:45 to 6 time frame. Yeah. So anyone watching the replay, feel free. Sorry, I had to take off my Christmas hood. It's like, whoo. Feel free to share how you were taking care of yourself today.
Yeah.
All
And I
right.
saw that Stephanie hates the dentist too. So you and I here, we're sisters of hating the dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask Stephanie
Oh,
and you, just this is
yeah.
totally out of the blue
Yeah.
because I like to compare the two, even though they're not the same. Which one would you rather go to? The OBGYN or the dentist?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like they're both real winners in my column, but I'd rather go to the dentist because at least I get something in the end, like a free toothbrush. And then a lot of times they say, you're doing a great job. You have
That's
hereditarily
true.
horrible teeth, but you're doing a great job. OBGYN, they don't ever say that. They say, you're
No.
done. And I say, thank you.
The one that I had like my whole life until I went to Kaiser, she would be like doing the thing and she'd be like, "So are you still massaging? Is that what you're still doing?" Like talking to me, trying to like distract me. And I'm like, "Yeah." Stephanie
Your
says,
bedside manner is not working.
yeah.
Try
She said, "I guess
again.
I would have to choose the dentist, but going to the OBGYN is not fun for me either." I have to say, I would rather go to the OBGYN. I'm different than both of you because I don't the OBGYN is uncomfortable and awkward, but it's not painful. And I have really sensitive teeth, and I have to train my dental hygienists. It's like, "Don't do this, don't do this." I feel so high maintenance. Um,
You're like, here's my list.
yeah.
You must read this and sign in blood before you touch these.
Oh, so anyway,
Oh
that's
my
that.
gosh. So is that also your proud moment?
Um, I had something else that I was proud of because what was it? I was proud of something else. Ah, hell, it's gone now. I am proud that I went. I didn't have any cavities. That's good. I do have to get a crown though.
Yay.
So as I am proud that I went. Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a tough one for my proud moment this week. So I've been read all these books and I try to, try on all these different jumpsuits, proverbial jumpsuits. And I realized that I've been trying on many, many, many jumpsuits. And some of the jumpsuits I love, but they're not for me right now.
Mhm.
And I really need to stick with my jumpsuit of my book and a course, making a course. And so I've done a lot of crying and shedding this week. And so I'm proud of myself, like being in a place in my life where I can be okay with just like crying and get it out and feeling
Mhm.
calmer and taking care of myself and not like shoulding or shaming myself at all about what I'm
Mhm.
going through with my process, and trusting that I'm having the right experience. So I know it wasn't funny. It wasn't a funny one, but
It's
yeah.
all
So
right. That's all right.
yeah. I'm
But
also proud that I can, that I can accessorize. I have a red shirt under my Christmas. I mean,
that is awesome. And,
yeah.
you know, you I have to say you should be proud even though it was hard, you didn't do that self-care in a bad way. Like you didn't have a breakdown and go on a drinking binge or like see you later family. I'm going to be gone for a week and you won't know where I am. You know, one of those things. You didn't do those.
Yeah, I did descend a little bit, just to be honest, on Sunday into resentful land.
Mm.
Like I was like, God, why can't the kids just like parent themselves? And then I'm like, "Wait a second, that's, like, impossible right
Well,
now,
it's
isn't it?" And
it's
so
not
then that was a
impossible but
flag.
not
So there are all these, like,
healthy.
little flags going on, like, "Oh, you're hanging out in resentful land.
Yeah.
Something's not aligned." And so a lot of people say anger is a teacher. For me, it's, like, when I descend into, like, passive aggressive snarkiness, like, in my head towards
Mhm.
other people, and then that's when I know the gig is up, man.
Yeah.
It's time to move on.
Yeah. It's
So, yeah, so
you
Stephanie, if
move
you have
into
a
the 8.
yeah. Yeah. Yes, I do.
Mhm.
So, Stephanie, if you have a proud moment of the week, we'd love to hear what that was, and
Yeah.
feel free to type that in. So, we're gonna get into some fun stuff
Yes.
right now. Let me hide that.
I'm gonna
And
share something real quick here.
yay!
So this
Oh,
is
what
one
is
of my
that?
favorite holiday things. Let's see here. So it's a Mountain Man thing. The light isn't great.
What
They're
is that?
they're
Oh,
like yogurt covered
pretzels?
Christmas trees,
Oh.
pretzels. Yes, and they have little sparklies on them, and they're super
Oh.
addictive. And you can probably see the calorie content on there. But last I used to for my clients, I used to go to Mountain Man. I'd buy a bunch of Mountain Man, and then for their gifts, I'd lay them all out on the table, and they got to pick. This is when I was massaging. They got to pick one, all the different kinds, and I'd always get these, and I'd always get a bag for myself. And last year, I didn't get one, so I was like, I'm going to go get one. So
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
I'm very happy.
Treat yourself.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yay.
So Heidi, tell me about your favorite recipe.
Okay, so my favorite recipe. So growing up, we did the standard Christmas cutout cookies, and I was never really a fan of the icing process. I mean, my mom was a perfectionist, or is a perfectionist. And so it was always like it could get really tense in the kitchen, especially when you saw her like refrosting all of your cookies and stuff. And so
Did you do that
then
to eggs too for Easter? I mean, that's not right.
Easter eggs, no, no, not as much as the eggs, but sometimes she'd be like, "Oh, let me just fix that." Like, Cyclops Santa, that's okay. Yeah, I
That's
think that's
okay.
okay. Um, but she's a woman. She has an idea in her head of what's going on, and so those never were the cookies of choice. And then she made oatmeal raisin with like drizzles of icing, but those weren't special enough for me, even though she did one red icing and one green icing. And so the ones that I absolutely always loved were these. They're called Russian tea cakes, and they're her snowball cookies. We call them snowballs because she made them in the little snowballs, and they were quite delicious. And um I am gonna put a link so you can download the recipe if you'd like, any of you would like to
Mhm.
try it in the chat. So I'm gonna say snow. So yeah. What about you, Heather?
My favorite recipe right now is called holiday coleslaw. My mom's stuffing is actually my favorite. ever. But this holiday coleslaw, I discovered it when it was my responsibility to have a veggie for Thanksgiving. And I saw this and I thought, well, that's different. And it's coleslaw with, so it's cabbage with julienne pear and beet and dried cranberries and onion. And then it has this orange vinaigrette in it. And it was good. And everybody like all for dinner was like,
Outstanding.
this is so good. This is so good. And then I ran into Jeff's mom at the grocery store. And I said, I'm supposed to bring a veggie to Christmas Eve. And I was thinking about maybe making the coleslaw. I don't know. And she like came forward and was like, oh, please make the coleslaw. And she was like licking her lips. And I was like, okay, I'll make the coleslaw. So I'll put a link to the coleslaw so that maybe you too can have your in-laws
Drooling.
Drooling and invading your
over.
personal space.
Please. Please do it.
Yeah.
Please.
So, the coleslaw. All
Mm.
right. So we're going to talk about some holiday memories here. So first one, and again, out there, those of you who are watching, please share yours. What is your most memorable gift given?
Gift given. Oh, are you asking me, Heather?
I am asking you.
I was waiting for Stephanie to go. So there was, it's not a holiday gift. So feel free to, write gift given and received outside of the holidays. So I got into this groove like 4 to 5 years ago, where whenever we would go on vacation, I would bring my friendship bracelet maker and I would make my kids bracelets and my wife. And so we all came away from the vacation, obviously, hopefully not sunburnt, but with a little bracelet. And so I still have one from a few years ago that I made myself.
Ooh.
That is, there we go. It's red and white. And so
it's kind of Christmassy.
Yeah, it is kind of Christmassy. I made it for myself to remind myself, like, I can always ground myself and find the light. So that's why I made it red and white.
Nice.
And yeah, so those have always been the ones that I love to give, because I know that I wrap all of my good love and support and intent in them for my fam. What about you?
I was a bit of a handful when I was young. And so one Christmas, I really wanted a hamster. So I conned my aunt to taking me to the pet store so I could buy myself a hamster. And then I wrapped it up and put it under the tree. And so that Christmas morning, we're all unwrapping gifts and I was kind of leaving it there. And all of a sudden our dog named Chiquita was like, what the hell is that? And she was like totally freaking out going under the tree. And I was like, oh, look, it's for me. Oh, it's a hamster. And my dad was like,
so it's still alive? God, I was just thinking like maybe it was going to be dead hamster.
No.
Oh,
No.
wow. I feel like you could have made that into a short book right there.
No,
I was on the edge of my seat.
It was in a cage, not an aquarium.
Oh,
And so so there was like, you could put some little holes and it was fine.
Oh, yay.
Yes, his name was Tawny. And then I found out I was allergic to him. So I had to give him away.
Oh, that's very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We've had some really nice hamsters here. We had the most ornery hamster on the planet, Herman. He's like this giant hamster. We had to get a rat cage for him. He was so big.
Wow.
And he ate a lot. And then we had Batgirl, which she was similarly sized, except for she's black. And we had a tough parting with her in like the dead of winter. It was like it was all the tears, and there was like hand feeding and swaddling, and it was a whole thing. So hamsters are real. They're the real deal. They're like just like a pet. People think they're just like these tiny little things that may not get attached to, but know what? You can get attached to.
Yeah.
Pretty much any little animal. Yeah.
All right.
So I think we should move on to the holiday story.
The holiday story. Okay. What is your holiday story, Heidi?
So I have a kind of a short one. So being part of a blended family, when my kids were little, we had to rearrange all the time for because dad always has them Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, and so all of a sudden I didn't have kids on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, and the first couple years was tough. I was like, oh, why did I give that time away? Oh, this is crazy. And then finally I settled into this routine of my wife and I going to get sushi on Christmas Eve, which is really delicious.
Hmm.
And then was sleeping in Christmas morning, and then I spend the morning writing notes, love notes to my family and putting them in the tree.
That's a lovely holiday story. I
So
love it. And you do that
yeah.
every year now. I
Yeah.
think that's great. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's our little.
So, do the kids expect these love notes now? Do they look
They do now expect the notes, but
That's awesome.
that's okay because as being part of writer, I always have words to share with them. So
So, I'm gonna give you a tidbit for future Heidi. So when your kids grow up and have their own kids, don't just write love letters, love notes to the grandchildren. Write them to your kids too.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm totally 100% on board with that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just keep writing them to the kids and the kids can write them to their
The
own
grand
kids.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
All
What
right.
about you?
So my favorite holiday story is from 1982, the blizzard of 82. I was in 3rd grade, I believe. And the it was the blizzard. The blizzard was a coming, and they shut down school early. It was the last day before the break. My mom came picked me up, and so Christmas was supposed to be at our house, and we woke up and it was so deep. There was a lot of snow happening, and it was still snowing. It was a blizzard, and everybody was supposed to be at our house, like I said. So my dad got in his truck that we called the Silver Pig because it had 2 gas tanks and it guzzled both of them down. And he went one by one to each house because only some people could fit in the cab of the truck. And he would pick them up and bring them back to our house. Then he'd go get the next family, bring them back. So he went and got every family member and brought them back so that we could all celebrate Christmas together. And then at the
Oh,
end of the evening, he drove them all home. So,
wow.
and I was like, my dad's a hero.
That was like he was a knight in shining
He
piggy
was.
armor.
Yes. And a silver piggy armor. It's true.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Ah, that is so sweet. All right, well, you'll never believe my dog is still here, so I'm gonna go grab her,
Okay.
and I think that we're getting ready for the main event. So I'm gonna switch up what our screen looks like. I
Okay.
think I can do that. Let's see. Oh, no. It has me as the main event, but you're supposed to be the main event. Let's see. I might just Nope.
That's
Okay.
okay. Just leave it like that. That's fine.
Okay.
I,
All
I'm
right.
I'm a 9. I don't like to be the center of attention.
Well, we're chatting and you got the goods people want to hear. So, you got
So
all the good stuff.
we're moving into the Enneagram thing. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, we're
Okay.
gonna
I
holiday
thought,
like a boss Enneagram style.
okay.
All right, and I'm gonna
So,
grab my dog. And so, do you want to give people like a layout, kind of like a lay of the land of the Enneagram, so they have
mhm.
like an
Yeah.
idea, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty about holiday gatherings. Okay, I'll be right
Yes.
back.
All right. So I'll give you guys the lay of the land while Heidi goes and grabs her puppy. So the Enneagram is one of my favorite things. It is a personality profiling system, but unlike Myers-Briggs and things like that, you can't necessarily just take, oh, look at that little bundle. You can't just necessarily take a test. I mean, there are tests out there, but you really need to kind of listen to all the different personality types and go on a little journey to figure out which one is yours. And then once you have that, there's 9 of them. Each one has a basic fear slash basic need. They're the same side of a coin. That is the driving force behind everything you do, that to make you feel safe and loved. Because that's what we all want. We want to feel safe and we want to feel loved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the types. We're not going to linger a long time, just kind of give it an overview. And then with each type, I'm going to be like, okay, so during the holidays, we all end up going outside of our comfort zone to these parties. Sometimes we know the people and it's outside of our comfort zone because maybe we don't want to be there, or it's a holiday party or something and you don't know anybody. Either way, you're outside of your comfort zone. And when you're outside of your comfort zone, those fears and anxieties kick in, and your needs for feeling safety and nurturing and love totally comes in.
So everything gets amplified.
Everything gets amplified. Well done. Yes, that's exactly it. So I'm going to give you each type of you out there, some advice on how to not go over the edge, to stay grounded and do your best.
Yes. And for everyone who's watching now or the replay, if you already know your enneagram type, please type that in. We want to know. Yeah, we'd love to know.
I am an Enneagram type 9. And Heidi, you are?
I'm an Enneagram 2.
2. We're lovely people, 9s and 2s. They're all lovely, but especially the 9 and the 2. Yeah.
Because we wouldn't know any different.
No. All right, so let's get to it. All right. So type 1 is often called the perfectionist. And they are very worried about being a good person and doing the right thing. Like their biggest fear is being seen as a bad person. So there's constantly this like monitoring going on of everything that they're doing and everything that they're saying. And that could be exhausting.
Yeah, that sounds so exhausting.
Yes.
It's like they have an inner critic for their inner critic.
Yeah. So it's like they're on all the time. Yes, they do have an inner critic for their inner critic. I mean, we all have an inner critic, but the ones are known for having like an inner critic that is
Special.
on all that it is special all the time.
I'm married to one. So yeah.
And when they find out that not everybody has an inner critic like that, they're like, what? What do you mean? So the best thing that a 1 can do, because they're going to walk into this room, they're going to be outside of the comfort zone, and they're going to go on high alert to make sure they're putting their best foot forward all the time. So I'm telling all you 1s out there that you need to relax and just chill out and not worry what people think. Because here's the truth. People don't think about you as much as you think they do. Really and truly. They're in their own heads dealing with their own shit. So
especially around the holidays, because there's a lot more going on in everyone's heads.
Yeah.
Even with people who are completely absorbed in everybody else, taking care of everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still in our own heads.
Yep. Yeah. So don't worry what other people think. Put on your party hat, turn off your inner critic, and maybe have a couple shots if you need it. Or
listen
whatever
to some Fleetwood Mac or Carpenters or whatever chills you out.
Dance a little bit. Be goofy. Be goofy. So that's the 1. Type 2 focuses on relationships, and it's really important to 2s that people like them. They love building relationships with people, and 2s are the type on the Enneagram that truly do love and enjoy other people. Like they really think people are fascinating. They enjoy them. And it's just really important. Like that their big fear, their big desire is being loved. And sometimes that means being needed. So.
Oh yeah. Very, very gray area right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Says the recovering codependent.
Yes. So for 2s, all you 2s out there, make sure you are taking care of your needs first. I'm going to say it again. Take care of yourself first. Fill your cup first. Okay. Because, and the way to do that what your energy is constantly going out, checking in. Is this person okay? Is this person okay? Is this person okay? Is this person okay? Just reel it in. Bring all that energy into yourself. Like if you need to, imagine cutting all those energy streams, whatever you need to do so that it's just you and you're taking care of yourself first.
Yeah, ask yourself that question. Am I okay? What do I need right now? That's
Mm-hmm.
why I ask that question to myself every day, just like I
Yes.
ask Heather and I talk about it.
Yep.
How am I going to take care of myself today? Oh, I have to do 28 hours of work. Well, last I checked, it was only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So catch yourself when you realize you're helping too much, or you're worried if other people are being left out or not having a good time. And ask yourself, what is mine to do? And stay tuned into your emotions. If you are the host or hostess, I understand that these things are going to come up, but still take care of yourself first. And number two, if you are not the host or hostess, challenge yourself and don't ask them if they need help.
oh, that's very hard.
I
to
know. I was
not-
going to say,
to not-
how do you feel when I say that?
I'm always like, oh man, I always end up picking up. I end up trying to clean out
Is
other
that
people's
yours to do?
houses. Yeah, it's not mine. I gotta let
Mhm.
it go. I mean, I haven't been at a big holiday gathering until since pre-COVID.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'd be like, oh, there's probably Corona on that plate. I'm not touching it. So can't make me.
Nope. All right, let's go to the 3. Type 3, type 2 is known as the helper, by the way. I should have said that. Type 3 is known as the entrepreneur, and they're focusing on success and achieving their goals. One big highlight of a 3 is if they're like, I need to pick up a hobby. I think I'm going to use yours. I'm going to start making bracelets, right? And then a 3 then makes goals. Okay, I'm going to make 3 bracelets a week. And then what am I going to do? Maybe I'll start selling them. It's not just a hobby for them. There has to be a goal. There has to be a reason. You know what I mean? So anyway,
Wow.
and it's really important for 3s to feel admired and to be looked at as successful. And because of this, they will often read the crowd and then adjust. So they can walk into a biker bar and they can walk into a church. And they will be able to adjust and be able to walk the walk and talk the talk so that they can create this rapport. They're very charismatic, very charismatic.
Wow. It sounds like with the hobby, they just takes all the fun out of it almost.
Yeah.
It makes everything into like a business. Like, why we got to make this so serious? It's only bubbles,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. So what I recommend to 3s is try to turn off the charm superpower and just be yourself. And trust that everyone in the room loves you for who you are, not what you do.
Ooh.
Yes. And if there's a game going on and you're highly competitive, just back away. Just back away. Especially
Put the
if you get
Santa
mad
bingo
when you're
chips
losing.
down.
Yeah.
Put them down.
So
Don't need to get angry at Santa.
No, that's for the 3. Type 4 is cares about being seen and heard for who they genuinely are, and they often feel misunderstood or different from everyone else. And they're known as the artist, and they often like to revel in melancholy because anything that's shiny all the time, they're suspicious of because that's not real. Life has its blemishes. Life has its grief, and so they like to keep it real. So the 4's gift is to have intimate conversations with people. They want to meet with somebody and they don't want to talk about the weather. They want to dive deep. They want to have an intimate human conversation with somebody. And that's a wonderful gift. But not everybody wants to dive deep when you've just met somebody. They have no problem doing that. They don't even want to be friends afterwards. They're like, that was great. And then they're out. So make sure that the person that you want to dive deep, that they want to go there too. Otherwise, they're going to be like, I don't really want to talk about my mom's death. Like, you know what I mean? They don't. So pay attention to people's needs and issues,
Mhm.
and don't get stuck in your own emotions, and just read the room. Read the room.
I would think that's hard for fours to be in gatherings where if there's a lot of people, not a lot of people are going to do the deep diving because of vulnerability issues.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah. So this too, I always like I like the one-on-ones or like invite another
Mhm.
couple over. And so then you can have some more deeper discussions,
Mhm.
right? So that'd be like maybe you don't go to the big party, maybe you just invite another couple over, and
Yep.
then you can really get into the whole grief after your mom dies thing, you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
We're going to go the exact opposite. We're going to go to the 5,
Ooh.
known as the investigator. These people are hilarious at parties because they do not want to be there. 5s
Ooh.
are concerned with their limited resources in the world, including their own energy. They're very minimalist, and they feel safe in their knowledge. So they're the type that when their resources is done, like they believe they have a limited amount of energy to use every day. And when that energy is gone, they got to go back and they got to rejuvenate. So that means that if they're at a party and it's like, they leave.
It's time. Then
It's
they're just
time.
gonna do like an Irish exit, and it's what
Right.
happened. What happened to Bob? I don't know. I haven't seen him in a
So,
while. He was by the punch.
and they like to play invisible. That's why they're known as the investigators and the observers, and they don't always want attention. So, and people are kind of difficult for them. Emotions are difficult. Think about Spock. Think about Spock walking into a party. So
Nobody's gonna offer him a drink.
no.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want to play invisible. Try not to. Maybe try to be proactive and reach out to someone and talk to them, because you do love to talk when it's something that you're interested in. So share something you're passionate about. Don't talk their ears off about it, though. People can only go so far.
And see if they reciprocate. Is that what you're
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And when it comes time to leave, this is very important. Make sure you tell the host thank you and inform that you're leaving. No disappearing acts. You don't have to tell everybody at the party you're leaving. Just tell the host or hostess. Just them. Make that one effort.
That's funny from
5,
the 2 standpoint, I have to say goodbye to everybody
yeah.
and,
Not
like, get people's emails or swap phone numbers. Okay.
yeah,
It's
not
like
a
the
5.
opposite of a 2.
They'd rather just be like, phew, they don't want to deal with the, oh,
Mhm.
I'm so glad you came. Oh, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Yeah, we got to do this again sometime. And they're just like, ah, I gotta get out. This is why the Enneagram's great. Everybody is different. Everybody's unique, and they all have good parts and bad parts. So, all
And
right. So
everybody can enjoy a gathering.
everybody can enjoy a gathering.
Yeah.
They can. All right. Type 6, which is known as the doubter, the devil's advocate, and the loyalist. They have a lot of anxiety. Their fear is fear, literally. They're always worrying about worst case scenario, which is why when the pandemic happened and everybody was like, gotta get the toilet paper. The 6s of the world were like, I knew this was going to happen. I'm ready. I warned
That's
y'all.
why there was no toilet paper because the 6s already
The,
bought it
the 6s
all.
already bought it all.
They already knew what was going down.
And then 3 weeks in, when everybody's still going, the 6s are like, you know what? Y'all need to pull on your big boy pants, your adult pants, because I deal with this type of anxiety all the time. So
Welcome to my world.
welcome to my world. So with 6s, my dad's a 6, and I have watched him over the years, and he always feels more safe at a party when he has a job. So he's either working the barbecue, he's carving the turkey, he's doing the bar, handing out drinks. If he has a job, he's more relaxed. People come to him to talk, and then they leave.
There's a
And
good
he has,
boundary. That boundary is
yes,
there.
and he has something to focus on.
That transaction.
Yeah. So maybe find a job. Yeah.
So when I
Um,
used to give my son, like, I said, "All right, make sure you take everyone's coats and put them on the bed and then bring the coats back out." As a 6, that would have been very reassuring for him to be the
mhm.
coat person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it would have. All right. 7. Type 7, the enthusiasts. They run away from emotional pain by constantly finding new experiences. They don't want to dwell on the grief. They don't want to dwell on the yucky feelings. So they're always reading a new book, have going and having a new they're going and they have FOMO. Like they are
They're at
the
all the
king and queen
parties.
of FOMOs.
They're actually at 3 parties at the
Yeah,
same time.
they are.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I don't have a lot of advice for the 7, which is already the life of the party. The 7's going to be there having a good time, mixing it with people, just naturally making sure everybody else is having a good time, not worrying about it, but just like it's just what they do. So, if anything, I would suggest to the 7s, you might need to pull back the energy a little bit. Maybe not be too much of the life of the party. Don't get too drunk. Don't do anything risky. Like my one client is a 7, big dude, 6 something. I mean, I know I'm barely 5 foot, but still he's super tall and big. And he's like, I think I'm going to try to ride this kid's motorcycle. No, no, he broke his ankle, had to have surgery. Don't do
Oh,
risky things.
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, wasn't a
Yeah,
good
and
thing.
sometimes when you have a really big 7 in the mix, everyone is like,
So much energy. So much.
yeah, it can be
You know,
overwhelming. And then you have all the was it all the 5s just like disappearing.
right, they're just like, "Ah," and running out. I went to this 7's wedding, and wife was Jewish, is Jewish, so I'm talking to him before as they're planning, and he said, "Yeah, my groomsmen wanna do the chair thing." I was like, "Josh," sorry, that's his name, Josh, he won't care, he's a 7. "You're too big. They can't carry you with a chair." And he's like, "That's what I said." Sure enough, they all made him get on the chair and they all lifted him up. And I was like, please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't.
It's your wedding.
But it worked out well. So, and he did something risky, but it worked
Yeah.
out. So
I would think
anyway,
that 7s would be, like, real big on the just up all night partying and not thinking about the consequences next day, like, taking
oh
care of
yeah,
themselves.
because they have all the energy in the world. They're like the exact opposite of 7s. They just keep going and
Mhm,
going and going and going and
mhm,
going.
mhm.
Yep. They can make it all work. They can fit it all in. All right.
Wow.
Type 8, the boss, the challenger. The 8 doesn't like to be controlled, and they believe they have control of their world. And for the most part, they do. So, one thing about 8s is they have this intimidating energy and they don't realize that they're intimidating because nobody else intimidates them. So, it's pretty rare that they're intimidated. So, they don't get it. So, realize that you have big energy. That's number 1. 2, let people have their opinions and not everything needs to be an argument because they just like to argue and debate. And 8s can be very charming when they want to be. So turn up the charm and relax and have a good time. That's all you need to do.
It's not a contest.
Not a contest.
It's not a debate.
It's not a debate. And you don't have to make sure that things are, it's not like they're control freaks, but if something breaks out, they're going to be the ones going, hey, no, don't do that. Or if somebody says something off color, they're going to be the ones going, hey, it's not okay. So
Yeah. They're the guy in the bar fight that gets in the middle and always ends up the bloodiest.
maybe.
Yeah. They step in
Depends.
and be like, "This is not right," you know?
Yep, that's true.
You want a piece of this, and then they're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, no, there's 8 of you and 1 of me.
Yeah.
This is problems."
Yes. All right. Type 9 on the Enneagram, known as the peacemaker. Um, they too have energy that's checking out, checking in with everybody. making sure that everything is peaceful. There's no conflicts happening. They don't like conflict. They don't believe that they can assert themselves in the world. So if you say, "Can I get you anything?" For the most part, they're going to say no. So you might just want to get them something. So what's good for nines is remember that any gathering of people can create uncomfortable situations. So try not to let it get to you. Don't try to smooth it over. Maybe just sit back and watch and observe yourself while it's happening, you know? Um,
Mm.
and then otherwise find someone to connect with and have a pleasant time. If there's a game happening, maybe join the game. Nines feel better when they have a place with an event or a person within the party. They have something that they can kind of connect to, whether it's an activity or a person. That's when they feel best. So that's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
I feel much more informed now. And whenever I do venture back in the world of gatherings, which I don't even know when that's going to be.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shall we
all
do the
right.
most important part?
Yeah. So the most important part of all in all the enneagrams is learning how to love yourself, all the
Mhm.
pieces of yourself.
Mhm.
So I made a Mad Libs this month,
This is
and
brilliant.
I
Absolutely brilliant.
thank you, Heather.
It's truly. I'm not just blowing smoke up your dress or your moose outfit.
My pantsuit.
Yeah. Your pantsuit.
My moose
Yeah.
pantsuit.
It really is a brilliant idea. So tell them about it.
All right. So the Mad Libs is like 31 different prompts that you can fill in, and then in the end you have written a love letter to yourself.
Yes.
So I filled mine out. I know Heather filled hers out, and we're gonna read our love letters that we wrote to ourselves, and then I'll put the link in the chat, and I hope that you can download yours and give yourself the gift of self-love this holiday season.
Yes.
All right. A love letter to me from the brave Heidi Esther Zuloff Mulderink, and that's why you all know me as Heidi Esther. Okay. Dear beautiful soul, I love you. I love that you're kind and you take care of yourself by meditating and taking long baths. I am proud of your wholehearted effort at home and at joyfully ever after. I have so much fun with you when you're hanging with any of your close friends over coffee. I feel so loved when you grab a motivational nonfiction book or watch Merlin reruns because they're not scary and cuddle in your Winnie the Pooh blankie. I know you try your best, especially when you listen to your heart. And when the shit hits the fan, or maybe you've been a little resentful or comparing to other people, I forgive you. I know you're trying your best, so give yourself some grace. And with a little time in my car, perhaps next to the local lake, which is not really a lake, it's a retention pond, but all lakes in the Midwest around here are retention ponds. I know you'll tap into your peace and joy in no time. Now, sometimes you're going to be beyond sad, mad, or mad. In those times, please remember to let go of what everyone wants you to do or say and listen to yourself first. Love your messy and miraculous human self. And don't forget that sometimes crying or red tea helps. It's true. We may not connect all the time due to busyness, depression, anxiety, fear, guilt, or feelings of not being good enough. For these times, I have a special message for you. Those feelings are signs that you might need to dig in and give yourself time. Time to grab your wife Stacy and head to the Indiana Dunes because that's like our ocean in the
Nice.
Midwest. Or it could be time for some therapy because this girl loves a good verbal process. And to give yourself even more grace. Why? Because you are a worthy, brilliant soul and you deserve joy. And duh, there's one and only one of you, my prepared and extroverted homebody. Who else is like that and can lead with love? Nobody. Who else has a signature minimal style? Well, other than wearing Christmas outfits, and punny sense of humor, and loves to write true stories about all of her face plants. Nobody! Remember, feeling your worth can simply be an affirmation away. So do a daily soak of gratitude for all the good you do. Like today, you're grateful for connecting with other others. And I think I saw you, Lynn McGinnis. So thank you, Lynn. And make a daily practice of rewarding all the good you are and do, like with dark chocolate. This woman loves some dark chocolate. And if you just want to get away and do some wave watching, listen to the voice. It's me letting you know that you, my brilliant love, deserve joy in all places and all time. So happy holidays, love of my life. Sending you my heart and soul's wishes for a joyous and aligned year. With
Mm.
gratitude and love always, Heidi Esther. P.S. I
Oh.
love you.
Aligned.
Aligned.
I like that. Aligned. So, and I have to ask now, are you like you watch Merlin? Are you totally into like the author myth or the author Arthur,
Well, the
like
Arthur myth.
Camelot? Yeah.
I was in high school, and then
Mhm.
the Merlin shows, they're just so adorable. I don't even know like who any of the characters are in real life, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I like the fantasy and the, and just the thought that, we all have this innate power, and so we just need, we need to find the guide and the sword and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff to
When I
bring
was
it.
little, I wanted a Merlin. Wanted a Merlin
Mm.
to guide me and teach me about all the world and
Ah, so
magic.
you identify with Arthur. See, I identify with being more like Merlin, like being the
Ah,
guide.
I
Yeah, because
see.
that's the
Oh,
two, right? The two wants to
that's
support.
true.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that would make sense.
All right. Would you like to hear my letter?
Yes, yes.
Okay. From the genuine Heather Anderson Cox. Dear beautiful soul, I love you. I love that you are understanding and take care of yourself by crocheting. I am so proud of your dependability at home and at work. I didn't know what to say. I work at home. So I don't know. Anyway, I have so much fun with you when you are hanging with Jeff over some red wine. I feel so loved when you grab a fiction book or watch Outlander and cuddle in a crocheted blanket. I know
Mm.
you try your best, especially when you listen to your gut. And when the shit hits the fan, or maybe you've been a little self forgetting, I forgive you.
Mm.
I know you are trying your best, so give yourself some grace. With a little time on the couch, there's kind of trends going on here, isn't there? I know you'll tap into your always planning and determination in no time. Now, sometimes you're going to be beyond sad, sad, mad, or mad. In those times, please remember to let go of what everyone wants you to say or do, and listen to yourself first. Love your messy, miraculous human self, and don't forget that sometimes journaling or buttered toast help.
Ooh.
It's true. We may not all connect, may not connect all the time due to busyness, depression, anxiety, fear, guilt, or feelings of not being good enough. For these times, I have a special message for you. Those feelings are signs that you might need to dig in and give yourself some time. Try to grab your husband and head to Grand Lake. Or it could be time for some meditation and to give yourself even more grace. Why? Because you are a worthy, brilliant soul and you deserve joy. And there's one and only one of you, my prepared and introverted homebody. Who else is like that and can go with the flow? Nobody. Who else has a signature comfy style and lighthearted sense of humor and loves to crochet? Nobody. Remember, feeling your worth can simply be a dance away. So do a daily soak of gratitude for all the good you do. Like today, you're grateful for my life. I'm always grateful for my life.
Mm.
And make a daily practice of rewarding all the good you are and do, like with another happy dance. And if you just want to get away and do some walking, listen to that voice. It's me letting you know that you, my brilliant love, deserve joy in all places at all times. So happy holidays, love of my life. Sending you my heart and soul's wishes for a joyous and creative year. With grace, gratitude, and love always, Heather. P.S. I love you. Well done, both of us.
Ah, that was lovely. And Lynn showed up. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
We
Yes, we need to
amen,
show
amen
ourselves
to that,
grace.
Lynn.
Yes.
We always grace.
Yeah.
So good. Stephanie, she loved our little letters.
Yes.
Ah,
So I know we are a little on time, but can we share our memories of gifts received? Because I love yours. It makes me laugh.
oh, my gift received one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll skip ahead to the bowl of affirmation
That sounds
after
like a
that. How
plan.
about that?
Okay.
Okay. Well, gift received. So getting back into that, I'm gonna put that banner back up so we know. And Heather and Lynn and Stephanie, or Lynn and Stephanie, if either of you want to share your favorite gift received, feel free to do that in the comments. So, um, so growing up, Christmas Eve, very exciting time. My dad's parents' house, all the kids, grandkids around my age, super fun. We always got like $20 from like a crisp 20 from our grandparents, who's so excited. That was like 3 Barbies worth. So that was big. That was really big for me. And so Christmas morning, obviously Santa gifts, super exciting. Christmas afternoon, we went to my mom's parents' house, and it was kind of like this big letdown. And we would have dinner, and there wasn't a lot of presents, and we just kind of like hung out. But I mean, there always were presents. So my brothers always got these nice packaged pajamas from Kmart, and they were like flannel and packaged and stuff. And my grandma went out of her way every year to make me a nightgown. The nightgown, it's kind of like a vampire childy kind of nightgown, where it's got like a lot of lace. Maybe it's more traditional. I don't know. And then it had like the cuffs with the lace that like cut in, and so you're wondering like, am I gonna feel my hand in the morning? I don't know. And if I pulled it too much, then the whole thing would come slack, and then that sleeve always gets wet when you're washing your hands and stuff. So I didn't ever want to mess with that too much. But the real rub of the challenge was that, my grandma spent hours and hours making these. Every year she'd make me a nightgown, but every year my brothers got to take their packaged pajamas back to Kmart and get whatever they wanted, and I still have my nightgown. But Grandma Anthony, thank you so much for all the nightgowns.
Yes, she meant well.
She did.
Sometimes
She did.
their heart is in the right place. They just don't
Mm-hmm.
get it. So my
Yeah.
memorable gift is from my grandmother as well, who was another one who sometimes just didn't get it. And one year she gave my sister and I T-shirts. And on my T-shirt was my senior picture. So I had a T-shirt of me. Does that make sense? Like, why would you walk around with yourself on your T-shirt? It's just, and my sister had, hers was even worse. It wasn't her senior picture. She wasn't a senior yet. She was like holding a piece of cake, like, it was so bad.
She's
So,
got the cake monster
yeah.
T-shirt.
So it was just kind of like, what the hell am I going to do with this? So I kind of carted it around for a while. And then in college, we had a feud with the guys that lived in the house behind us in the alley between us. And we would play these practical jokes on each other. I knew these guys from high school, so we knew each other's before. So one day we took that shirt with my picture on it, and we wrote like a bunch of like really ominous biblical sayings on it. And then when their dog Cassidy came into the backyard, I jumped the fence and put the T-shirt on him. And then so he like just walks into the house and looks at them all and goes, "Hmm." And they're like, "What the hell, Cassidy?" It was my shining moment. So it ended up working out well, but it was always like, Grandma, why would I want a shirt of myself? I didn't understand.
Maybe she wanted, that's what she really wanted. But she thought you
Was
would
for me to
also
put it on a dog?
want one. Well, I think she wanted to. She
Oh.
probably would want to wear one of those, right? Like, these are my
She might.
granddaughters.
And if I had
Yeah,
thought of it that way, I would have
yeah.
then made one for her.
And if it was like 30 years later, she would have had it made into canvas bags, and you'd have come grocery shopping with her every week. No ominous biblical sayings necessary.
No ominous biblical sayings necessary. No.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Should we do the
that's funny
bowl of affirmation?
We are gonna. Okay. So today is something special. It's Santa's cup
I
of
love it.
affirmation.
I love it.
And I got all new affirmations. So, Lynn and Stephanie, I'm going to pick you one. All right. This is for Stephanie. Oh, go ahead.
Happy and authentic.
All right. Stephanie, that
Stephanie?
one's for you. I would say I feel like that's very on point for you, Stephanie. All right. And this is for Lynn. Oh,
I am a valuable part of the team. I love it.
All right. All right. And I will write these in. All right, Heather.
I try my best and let the rest go. Oh, that's good.
Hey.
It's a good one.
That's a really good one for the holidays.
Yeah. All right, Heidi, what's yours?
Okay, mine.
Drum roll.
Oh, I keep saying this to myself. That's hilarious.
Everything is always working out for me. Oh, I like it.
Okay.
It is always working out for you.
Wow. All right. So I have these in order. So I will write them out.
Thanks, Stephanie.
All right.
So we have a little bit of an announcement.
Yeah. So I've been trying to figure out what that word aligned means for me. And the start of the year, I'm going to be focusing on my book and my course. So Heather and I are going on a little bit of a break in January. I hope to restart in February or so. And but this has been it's been fabulous.
And I had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah.
With my wine and you with your milk and Bailey's and my pretzel cookies for those of you who missed it. Pretzel cookies.
Delicious pretzel cookies.
Look at this. Christmas tree. Mountain Man. I love it. So so we're going to be taking a break. I have stuff that I'm focusing on as well. And we're going to hopefully come back fresh and renewed in February. And we're going to miss this because it's so much fun. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. You guys are great. And we love you. Thank you, Stephanie and Lynn and everyone else who pops in. I'm going to pick one more affirmation that will be for everyone for the replay. Oh,
yes. I like that. I embrace all that I am. Ooh, that is a very good one.
I just whipped these out tonight, man. It was a fast and furious affirmation session for me.
Well, you did some good whipping.
Oh, man. All right. Well, everybody, thanks so much for showing up. And you have an absolutely wonderful, beautiful, restorative holidays and New Year.
Yes. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your time. And we still want to hear from you in the comments if you watch. Yeah. They can still comment in there.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, for sure. Comment and then we will comment back. And y'all take care and be safe. And we love you all. And we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.